Greetings everyone, welcome to another Beatles Finds video, and it's been a while since I made one of these where I have a bunch of stuff together in one shot to show you. This time it's going to be 4 books, and I think if you stick around to the end you'll find one of them, especially at the end, is quite interesting indeed. Alright, now first I want to show you a book that just came out, brand new, hot off the presses. This is now in stores, The McCartney Legacy. This is volume 2. This covers the years 1974 to 1980. The first one in here, volume 1, was a really great read, and it's the Bible, believe me when I tell you that, of Paul McCartney. Okay, written by Alan Kozin and Adrian Sinclair. And boy, did they do a lot of work. This spanned years. I mean, I think 10 years or something to get all this information and to get this going. And I hear that they had a deal for 2 books. They've already delivered volume 1 and now volume 2, and that's the end of the contract. Now I think they got to try to get another contract to do more. They'd like to do, right up to date, I believe, a whole series of books of McCartney. And boy, I just can't say enough about these. I haven't read this one yet, I just got it. But boy, am I going to be excited to do so and to dive in. This is a very thick book. This one is, I believe, larger than the first. But the information in here is going to be absolutely delicious, I'm sure, to get all this info about Paul over the years. Okay, also brand new. It's been out. I think about a month though. This is We All Shine On by Elliot Mintz, personal friend and assistant to John and Yoko. John, Yoko, and me. And I've already read segments from this book, and man, this is really interesting. You know, I thought that Elliot Mintz was going to do kind of a, I'll say whitewash, but I've said many times that, you know, it's funny, when John was murdered, we thought he was treated like he was a saint, that he could do no wrong. I always say that these days, I think that John is really maligned and treated like the devil himself. I mean, these days on social media, it's gone the other way. It's gone from saint to nonstop sinner. John was none of those things. John was not a saint, and he was not the devil himself. I mean, he was in the middle. He was a normal guy with great qualities and not so great qualities. But anyway, from what I've seen in here, you know, so far, Elliot Mintz does indeed tell you some of the negatives of John in addition to the positives. I thought that this was going to be a kind of a way the savior of John's legacy, that Elliot was going to just talk about only the good stuff, but he's being very very honest and forthcoming. So that's a interesting book so far. Now this is an older book that I only just got, and I'm glad I finally got it. This is incredible, and looking through this book, you won't believe the stuff in here. It's so thorough. Lenonology, Strange Days Indeed, a scrapbook of madness. That's what John used to say about, you know, Yoko and his life. He used to say, you know, looking back at our scrapbook of madness, he called it, you know. That's where he got that from. Chip Mattinger and Scott, I'm sorry if I don't pronounce the last name properly, Scott Rail. I'm sorry if I get that incorrect. Let me tell you something. What this is, just to show you how it's set up, is it's literally a diary. I'm trying to see like a good segment here. It's in this form, really. It's just about, not every day literally, but it's set up in journal fashion, like a diary. Every move John made to the day of his death, you know, up to the last day. It starts in 1966, I believe. Starts from 1966 and goes all the way up till that fateful day on December the 8th of 1980. One of the segments that I was really interested in was in the late 70s, where John and Yoko were being harassed by like kind of I don't know what to call it, a threatening letter. They were kind of marked. And I'd heard that something like that happened, but all the details are here about how these people were kind of after the Lennons and were threatening the Lennons and for ransom and stuff like that. Very Very interesting read that was. The last item I want to show you is something I've had for quite a while now, and I meant to do a video on it, never have. This was a special gift that I received. This is called Remember When, a Newspaper History, and you might know what this is. I never heard of it. Relive those special moments as reported at the time. All right, and I got this as a present for my birthday a while back, and when you open it, I'm going to take out the actual book. This is something that is specially designed for the individual. So as you can see, it says here a history from 1963. I don't know why it says 1963. I wasn't born in 63, but nevertheless, I was born in 62. But anyhow, I don't care. And look at this special. Yeah, presented to Mean Mr. Mayo. How cool is that? Specially designed. Yep. All right, now I can't show you all the pages, but there's all kinds of newspaper articles in here, vintage newspaper features. And I mean, I could show you every page of this if you like this old vintage stuff. It is incredible the kind of pictures we get in newspaper articles. Yeah, Marlene Dietrich meets the Beatles. All these newspaper articles from the day in the 60s. These are all 1963 up to a point. I mean, look at this. Newspaper articles you're not going to see anywhere else. I am just amazed by this. And then we have February 8th of 1964, after the day after the Beatles landed. Yeah, USA. And this is the gist of this. It goes all the way through. Look at this. I can't get enough of this. Ringo dancing at the Peppermint Lounge, I'm guessing that is. Yeah, it is. Definitely is. And you can go on and on and on. A diplomatic triumph at the embassy. There were the Beatles circled in the crowd there. As I say, there are a lot of pages here, and I can't go through all of them, but I'm just going to go ahead. It goes through 1965. Here where they are getting their MBEs in England. Then we go to, let's go way up to January of 69. Rooftop Beatles upset the neighbors. There they are on the rooftop. I mean, this is amazing stuff. And it goes into the 80s as well. Okay, so this goes... Here's an article from 1982. A tabloid type of thing. John Lennon, The Secret Years, you know. So this goes through the 70s, the 80s. Here's something from 2001. You know, you get the idea. There are a lot of pages to be enjoyed here, and I'm so thankful for this. I got it as a birthday gift from who? My girlfriend. That's who. And I was going to show you this some time ago, and I did not earlier in the year, but I finally got to it. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this installment of New Beatles Finds, and I hope to see you again. Please subscribe, I should add, if you haven't already. I think most of you here have subscribed. If not, please hit the like, subscribe, thumbs up, etc., etc. Help out the algorithm, and I hope to see you again.